Oh, let me find the going. All righty, well, that was interesting. Started without turning the picture on. So, anyway, hey, welcome. I hope your week has gone well with you're in LPS. I hope you had a great spring break last week. Were able to get things done or travel somewhere that was fun and relaxing, and you're ready to go for the rest of your semester. As you all know, UNL will go on break next week, so there will not be an assignment or a video posted. And then again, you'll have an extended timeline, and I'll go over that as we progress through this. So first, I wanted to start with appreciating the feedback that you gave me. Again, it was anonymous. It just came up as whatever was listed. Good feedback, and it sounds like the class is overall going really well, which I greatly am very thankful for. That's really a big goal that, especially with so many of you in the schools, that you're getting relevant information means a lot. So really good. I've really enjoyed putting up the options of how you respond, with videos or if you write it out. A couple of you guys actually posted yourselves teaching. So that's been, I think, a really great addition and kind of stretched my skill set as well. But I've liked watching them, specifically the ones from last week that feedback is posted. Oh, I have a cuss. Sorry, I got some feedback. Let me get that off. Sorry, just jumped right on there. I guess maybe it was just not used to me having anything on. So anyway, the videos were great. I learned a lot, is what I was saying. I taught the methods class last semester to the undergraduate elementary teachers. And some of the videos you posted, I really wish I would have had last semester when I was teaching the explicit instruction. I hadn't found them. And I frankly forgot about the teaching channel and just was on YouTube. So that really added to my skill set a lot. So thank you. A couple changes that we're going to be making. Apparently, I started the semester off with having the first round of posting for discussion boards due on Sundays, and somewhere along the line, I switched it to Saturday and didn't even catch it. So thank you for catching that, making note of that. We will switch back to initial poster on Sunday, midnight, and then Tuesday to respond. That gives you plenty of time during the week to get things done. If you want to have your weekends free, or vice versa, if you need to get things done on the weekend. Other things, costumes might be a little distracting, so I will minimize those. However, they probably will have to come out at least at some point. This week's topic, we are focusing on collaboration, which I think is the most important attribute a teacher can have. If they can't collaborate well, which includes communication, you just can't do it. No teacher can. You have to be able to play nice with others. I'm well aware there's plenty that don't play all that nice with others, but they're not the most effective, efficient teachers that are out there. So I think there's a lot of great material in the textbook. I've got some articles posted for you as well. Some videos, just so you've got a variety of things to kind of look at, see what it looks like. One thing, the text talks about co-teaching, and I've got a couple clips on co-teaching in elementary. I just don't see it done very often, and I think it's really because when you've got kids at those young levels really struggling with skills, it's important to get in there and get that foundation set. And so having somebody come in and maybe do that in more of an inclusive situation is a struggle, because you really want them, to do that fluency practice, and it may be behind where the rest of the kids are at, and it becomes more of a distraction. So I can see the reason, but I also think as teachers, sometimes we need to think a little bit outside of that box and think about what else or how else the lesson can be done. I think I'll probably post a couple of videos just that I saw from what you guys did that just makes you think about your lesson a little bit differently, rather than just, how do I do it by myself? How do I pull out in a special ed situation and teach in the hallway? How else can I reformulate that to think how two people can come together and do it maybe more efficiently and meet the needs of more kids. So I do think it's something worth thinking about, and not just, thinking it's something we can't do because we're in elementary and that's not how it's really done. So that's kind of some of the thinking I want for you to be doing this week within your own teaching. If you're a gen ed teacher, a couple of you are in different kinds of special ed settings, to kind of think through what that might look like in your lessons. I thought this week the best way to do the assignment was just to do a discussion board. I couldn't really think of another way to have you kind of over the break. Some of you are on break, some of you will be going on break, to be able to do something. So this is just going to be a discussion board. I pose 3 different questions for you all to think about and talk. Couple different scenarios of how will you deal with this, or would you deal with this? And then one just from your individual perspective, collaborating and working in the school, things that work, things that you've tried, things you wish you would try. So it's not, I don't think, a heavy load, because as we look forward, the next assignment, your IEP assignment, as I'm doing this on Tuesdays, due today at midnight, I see most of you are getting your sheets uploaded to Blackboard. Next week, we're on break. The week after that, the lesson plan assignment is done. We did go over that in length a couple weeks ago, and I talked about it on video. If you don't feel like you have enough or haven't started and you need kind of a catch-up reminder from me, shoot me an email and I can post another video specific to that. But generally, sorry, I'm getting out the assignment. You're just going through its multiple stages. It's really focused on the explicit instruction with writing out the lesson plan and then writing how you're going to do each of them. You practice this on video, and now you're actually going to be writing it out. And so you've had the practice kind of walk through it in a little sense. So that was your guided practice. This is really then the independent practice of writing it out. And so when you look at this assignment, really think about breaking it down the way I have it and making sure that you hit all of those areas. So clearly look at the assignment description and then make sure you've hit all of those areas. But again, if you need more, you need a refresher, shoot me an email and I'll just do a whole separate video on that to make sure that I hit everything that you're wanting to, or that you're needing the information. That went well. So that's coming up and is due. I can't believe how fast we're wrapping up the semester. All of a sudden, I'm on page 2 and we're almost done here. And then we're going to spend some weeks writing, spelling, content, and then math, and then the presentations. You'll have a week to do them. So don't panic that you'll have to have it done on that first day. You actually have that week to put your presentation together. And I might think about doing that a little bit differently just because it's been successful with some videotaping. And since so many of you are teaching, that maybe not doing them just on a wiki and having you maybe show some things that you're doing in your classroom or you have in your classroom. So I'm going to play around with that maybe a little bit. So don't get stressed that you have to be working on something. The last thing really is you've got your lesson plan assignment coming up and then the scheduling assignment. And that's due on the 12th. And that really didn't have, we talked about it a while ago, much instruction or any instruction with it. It really is just a think aloud with a special education teacher answering the questions based on that scenario. And so I think that assignment description is pretty clear. I've given you all semester to make sure you could get with somebody. It really can be any special ed. I would prefer it at the elementary level since that's the level that you're all at. But it's an interview, a copy of the schedule, answering questions based on 2 students and their scenario, and then summarizing what you learned. So Don't let that one get away from you as we've been moving through the semester. I put it at the end so you had the most amount of time to kind of find somebody. So those are both coming up. And as I'm thinking about that, I'll continue to look at the weekly assignments and make sure that those stay pretty small, so you're able to be able to get everything done here at the end of the semester. So what else? That was weird. I'm pretty sure that covers everything for where we're at right now in the semester. Hopefully it's all wrapping up well for you. Again, if you need more information on anything, let me know, and I can either respond to you individually or I'll just get back to you in a video for everybody. So that is it for this week. Told you I had to do it. Let me know what you need. Have a great break from UNL next week, and we'll be in touch. Take care.